Hey, buenos dias, ¿qué onda? ¿Qué pasó, amigos? Welcome back, John's Moto Garage. As you can see, we're going to be taking the XSR700 out for a spin. And one of the things a lot of people were asking me when I bought this bike was, why did you get the 700 over the 900? And which one do you like more? Because obviously the 900 has a lot more power. So today I'm going to talk about, is the XSR700 better than the XSR900? I know it's pretty controversial stuff, you guys, but let's go ahead and hit it. John's Moto Garage, why I picked the XSR700. All right, let's get this show on the road. Now I'm going to preface this video by saying these are just my personal opinions. This is the reason why I prefer this bike, or not even prefer, but why I kind of picked this bike over the FZ09. And this obviously will not apply to everybody. So the FZ07, it's a 700cc. It's a super torquey, wicked, wheelie hungry motorcycle. It's extremely easy to get the bike up on one wheel, and that's one of the reasons I absolutely love it, because I enjoy going out and messing around, you know, learning how to do the wheelie stuff. And I'll say right off the bat, I understand that is not the case for everybody. The FZ09 is also a complete wheelie monster, but you'll know I use the word wheelie monster because that bike is a freaking monster. And the best analogy I can use for this is, let's say you want to go out and learn how to drift, right? First you want to get a rear wheel car vehicle, and there's lots of options out there. Let's take two examples. You could take the Mazda Miata, very kind of lightweight, underpowered, popular drift car, and then you've also got, say, the Corvette. Both rear wheel cars, both capable of drifts, but obviously two totally different experiences. For a newbie like me, going out and learning how to drift, I'm going to be much safer and much better off with something like a Mazda Miata that's slightly tuned and, you know, has some mods done to it, than if I take a Corvette and go out and try learning how to drift. There's a much higher chance on the Corvette I'm going to end up running through a wall, knocking down light poles, all that kind of stuff. Not to say it's not possible in the Miata, but again, the Miata is just a lot more tame and all that. Now, full disclosure, I have no idea how to drift a vehicle, car, or motorcycle, so hopefully that analogy is somewhat decent. So as you can see, this bike is fully capable of hitting the freeways, and cruising at freeway speeds, getting up to speed, but it's very lightweight, and it's not going to be as powerful, obviously, as something like the MT09 or the FZ09 or XSR900. And so from my experience, having ridden both of the bikes, when it came down to what I want to learn and do on a motorcycle, the FZ09 was something that really is just too much power. It's as simple as that. Too much power for my type of riding right now, which is messing around with the wheelie stuff. This bike is just about perfect. It's not too powerful, but it's super easy to get up on one wheel. It's still comfortable. You can still jump on the freeway, do all that stuff. It's very lightweight and nimble. And so that's why this has kind of been my, my preference over the FZ09 for the time being. However, I will say, if I were to find an XSR900, you know, the right deal, I'd be very tempted to pick it up. And the same goes for the FZ09. If I find the right deal on an FZ09, I'll be tempted to pick that up as well. So another part of it is, this just happened to be the deal that I found. But I do still stand behind. I think you're going to be better off taking a bike like this if you want to learn how to do some of the stunt stuff, as opposed to if you go out, you know, balls to the wall on something like an FZ09, which is just going to be super, super gnarly. Obviously capable, but almost too much. And it kind of goes back to the, you know, sometimes it's funner to ride a slow bike fast than a fast bike slow. This bike's just a little more tame, a little more tuned down, and so it's more conducive for a rookie trying to learn to do that kind of thing. Once you've got those fundamentals dialed in and your skills are, you know, precise and second nature, jumping on a bike like the FZ09 is going to be a lot safer. Now, one thing I will say, if I knew that I was going to be doing a lot of freeway riding, say I was going to get a bike and commute on it quite a bit, and I had like a 45-minute hour ride, I would definitely pick the FZ09 over this. The FZ09 feels a lot more solid, a lot more stable at higher speeds. whereas this thing is very, very lightweight, and you feel it gets like real kind of light in the front end, almost too light, where you feel like you're, I've said it before, but like you're gonna get blown over by a little gust of wind. There are some other reasons though, aside from just wheelies, why you might opt for this bike over the FZ09. Just in terms of overall power, again, not all riders necessarily need the performance that something like the FZ09 offers. So for newer riders out there, maybe you're just getting into motorcycles, or maybe you're just getting your first kind of street fighter naked bike or sport bike, you may consider this one over the FZ09, because again, it's a little more tame. It still has plenty of get up and go. You can jump on the freeway, you get up to speed. I mean, don't get me wrong, this thing could absolutely and very easily, you know, send you to the hospital. There's no doubt about that. That's not proof in the pudding right there. And you know, obviously I think if you're a beginner, both of these bikes are pretty gnarly, but you know, if you come from dirt bikes or something like that, you might be better off. But it's tough because it's so, I mean, it really comes down to the individual and personal preference. So there's so many different variables. You can't say definitively yes or no, this is or is not a good motorcycle. You can't just paint it with a broad brush, if that makes sense. I wanted to come out here and see if I can pop a wheelie. Dom put on a clinic the other day, so see if we learned anything from his skills. See, the one thing I learned from Dom when it comes to the wheelie stuff, if you don't know, he's a pro Harley stunt rider, but has a pretty extensive background with motorcycles, motocross and all that. But his big thing is like, get it up to balance point as quickly as possible and go as slow as possible, so you're not, you know, picking up a ton of speed. And that's what I've struggled with on pretty much all the bikes except for the Honda Grom. There we go. That feels much better. Yeah, the suspension is bouncy, man. Yeah, really bouncy. Holy smokes. That one was a little bit better. I could tell I was slowing it down some. All right, we'll do a couple more of these. I really want to take that Vulcan S out for a ride. All right, that's gonna do it for today, you guys. John's Moto Garage. That's why I prefer the XSR700 over the 900. Not saying that's the one you should get though. You got to get what works for you. Like and subscribe if you dig the content. I do appreciate all the support. Check out Dom's channel, Dom_829, and good content there for sure. Are they open here? Let's get a quick picture of the motorcycle. Not really any no real rocket science behind it as far as my decision to pick this one. All right, stay tuned for my next video, or maybe I posted before this video, but I'm going to take this bike out. We'll talk about, is this thing really, is it overrated, or does it live up to all the hype? Because there's a lot of hype around this bike, and at first glance you may wonder why. So I'll drop a video on that here soon. John's Moto Garage. Like and subscribe if you dig the content. I appreciate the support. Adios, nos vemos, hasta luego. Ciao. Cuídate. Hasta la próxima. We'll catch you next time.